5 people vanished from Vermont's forests in just 5 years. The dense woods of southwestern Vermont hold a chilling secret. A series of baffling disappearances spanning half a decade has earned this region a grim nickname, the Bennington Triangle. It's a place where the wilderness doesn't just conceal secrets, it seems to consume people whole. Between 1945 and 1950, 5 individuals, all with seemingly unrelated lives, walked into these woods and were never seen again. No bodies, no significant clues, just an echoing silence where their footsteps once fell. The cases remain open, leaving behind a legacy of fear and speculation. Our investigation begins in December of 1945 with the case of Mitty Rivers. A seasoned hunter and guide, 74-year-old Rivers was intimately familiar with these mountains. He was leading a group of 4 other hunters near Hell Hollow, a particularly rugged area, when he simply vanished. Rivers had gotten ahead of his group, an understandable occurrence on a hunt. But when the others caught up, he was gone. All that remained was a single rifle cartridge on a rock. Search parties scoured the area for days, but found no trace of the experienced woodsman. The terrain was challenging, even for someone like Rivers. But the sheer lack of any other evidence, no struggle, no signs of a fall, no tracks leading away, was profoundly unsettling. It was as if the forest had opened up and swallowed him whole. Less than a year later, in December 1946, the ominous pattern continued. Paula Jean Weldon, a vibrant 18-year-old Bennington College student, decided to take a hike along the long trail. She told her roommate she was going for a walk, promising to return by dinner. Paula was last seen by an elderly couple who directed her to a specific section of the trail near Fayetteville. They recalled her wearing a bright red coat, a color that should have stood out starkly against the winter landscape. But like Mitty Rivers, she simply vanished. An extensive search, involving hundreds of volunteers and even the FBI, yielded nothing. No footprints in the snow, no torn clothing, no sign of a struggle. It was as if Paula Weldon had simply ceased to exist the moment she stepped off the path. The disappearance of Paula Weldon gained national attention. The lack of clues was so perplexing that theories ranged from abduction to her running away, though her character and plans for the future made the latter seem highly unlikely. 3 years passed without incident, but the chilling silence was broken in October 1949. James E. Tetford, a 68-year-old veteran, was on a bus traveling from St. Albans to Bennington to visit relatives. He was seen by 14 other passengers at the last stop before Bennington. When the bus arrived in Bennington, Tetford was gone. His luggage remained on the rack and his money was still in his seat. The driver and passengers were baffled. How could someone simply vanish from a moving bus, surrounded by witnesses? This case stands out, as it didn't occur directly in the wilderness. Yet, its proximity and the sheer impossibility of the disappearance link it thematically to the Bennington Triangle. It amplified the sense that something truly strange was at play in this region. The following year, in December 1950, the disappearances escalated. Paul Jeffson, an 8-year-old boy, was with his mother on a farm near the Bennington Triangle. While his mother tended to pigs, Paul played in the barn. She turned her back for a moment, and when she looked back, Paul was gone. The family's German shepherd was also missing. The only clue was a small, muddy footprint leading into the surrounding woods. Like the others, a massive search effort found no trace of Paul or the dog. The disappearance of a child is always heartbreaking, but the eerie similarity to the previous cases, the swiftness, the lack of evidence, sent a shiver through the community. The woods seemed to be claiming even the most innocent among them. Just 16 days later, in December 1950, the final documented disappearance occurred. Frietta Langer, 53, was hiking with her cousin near Somerset Reservoir. She slipped and fell into a stream. She told her cousin to wait while she walked back to their campsite to change clothes. Frietta was only a few hundred yards from the camp. Her cousin waited and waited, but Frietta never returned. Again, extensive searches were organized. Yet the vast wilderness remained silent, offering no explanation for her sudden absence. It wasn't until May 1951, 6 months later, that Frietta Langer's body was discovered. It was found in an open field, in an area that had been thoroughly searched multiple times. This discovery only deepened the mystery. How could her body have been missed in such an extensively searched location? Was it moved? If so, by whom and why? The autopsy revealed no conclusive cause of death, adding yet another layer to the enigma of the Bennington Triangle. With 5 disappearances in 5 years, the Bennington Triangle gained notoriety. Theories abound. From serial killers operating undetected in the wilderness, to natural predators, to the more esoteric explanations of Bigfoot or even alien abduction. The truth is, the lack of evidence in most cases makes any definitive conclusion impossible. The sheer vastness and unforgiving nature of the Vermont wilderness certainly play a role. A person can disappear easily there, but 5 such disappearances in such a short span defy simple explanation. Perhaps there's a mundane explanation for each case, a tragic coincidence of circumstance. Or perhaps, as many believe, there is something truly anomalous about the Bennington Triangle, a force that continues to hold its secrets close. The forests of Vermont still stand, ancient and indifferent, guarding the silence of those who vanished. The Bennington Triangle remains a chilling reminder of the unknown, a place where the line between reality and the inexplicable blurs. What other chilling vanishings from history do you want me to investigate next?